Legends in Training is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast for adults. See content warnings and more in the description.
Last time on Legends in Training.
As we can all see, we're going to get trampled, so I suggest everyone get on their ostriches and we run.
Everyone just stay careful, stay aware, and as she's saying that, a shadow kind of flies through her, and it flies out of the other side, and you see her crumple to her knees. You guys see blue shards of something flying through the air.
Is it really you?
Who do you think I am?
My boy!
Dad?
Have you ever heard of the King of Shadows or the Queen of Light? The men of our race have a ritual that allows us to become one with Shadow.
Castiel, I think I'm voting that you do it. I'm voting that you both do it.
In this big veil of darkness, you've been like my brightest burning star, and I can't thank you enough for that.
There's one thing I know for sure, and it's that I don't want anything if it's without you. Do you accept this gift?
I accept it.
Echo, you pass out.
Castiel, you've done stuck your nose where it don't belong, boy.
There's this arrow coming towards Castiel.
He jumps in front of it.
An arrow enchanted with the magic of power word kill eliminates Simon. He's gone. We need the Shadow King.
Then I'll find him.
It appears I've been cursed. Cyonica. Her eyes are a bright red, and she is giving off a hot white glow. A group riding what look to be horses, but like the silhouette of a horse, come running up. And Nox looks up. Here they are now.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintances.
Amicus is my most trusted friend.
Me and your father, we started this tribe some years ago, and I've become very in tune with the shadow that veils this place. I think I can get you to Lunos pretty quick. Hey, welcome back to Legends of Training. I'm Tyler, and today I'm back playing Amicus, who is a Shadow Elf Ranger, and he's a good guy, just here to help out in Nox's stead.
I'm Phoenix, and this week I am playing Kicks, who is a Shadow Elf monk. And a little fun fact about Kicks, he is a hopeless romantic, so
Aww.
do with that as you will.
Hey guys, it's Madison. We are back playing our favorite awful grave cleric, Echo, who I guess cursed their dad. We'll find out.
Oopsie.
God, Dad.
God dad it.
Hi, I'm Dakota. I'll be playing Castiel yet again. He is a Shadow Elf rogue, and he has just gained some new unique powers from his homeland, from some ancient thing.
Hey guys, it's Zack here. Before we get started, make sure you got a little snacky snack, maybe a drink. It's going to be a long one. Buckle up. Enjoy. As your DMD daddy, take you on big fun story time.
Do we get to see the hot one?
Maybe.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
No, we're not with Sandira this time, sorry.
No, because he got teleported.
Maybe, who knows?
The hot one might be here.
Who knows?
Both of them might be here.
Who's the hot one?
The other one.
Cudgel.
Cudgel's the hot one. We established that he's hot.
He's still going to die.
Is he?
Hot people can die.
Look at Simon.
I can change
That was
him.
so sweet of you to say about Simon.
Castiel misses Simon a lot. I mean, it was the tough love accepting kind of thing. He was just giving him the runaround, but
And the last thing you did to him was awkwardly avoid a handshake.
I put a hand on your shoulder. I thought it would...
That's rough, buddy.
You did. That's rough, buddy. That is what you did.
Well, again, my name is Amicus. It is lovely to meet you all. I take it we're still heading into the city of Noctis, correct?
I was under the impression you were going to teach me how to use these newfound powers.
Nox, at this point, kind of pipes up and he goes, we have things to do, obviously, but we can't just stay out here in the open. It's clear that whoever that was can see us, so we need to do something to avoid that. Cyonica, Castiel, are either of you still desiring to go there, or is it a waste of time?
Yeah, no, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm taking his life.
Cyonica looks, and this shining fire in her eyes just kind of ignites even brighter as she continues to light up the area. Like, if you were miles away from here, it would look like there's a small city here from how much light she's putting off. Nox comes up to her and says, I understand you're angry. You need to control it. You're giving away the position of the entire group. I know you hurt. I understand. But until we figure out what we plan on doing, you have to calm down. And she begins to start taking some breaths, and her light dims a little, until she has just got this glowing aura around her.
So at this point, I think we need to relocate, and we strategize from there. Who's going with, who's not. From here, we'd probably, whoever's not going can split off, and we could throw them off a little bit.
Amicus finds himself a little area, gets down and like crisscross applesauce. I don't know how to say that with and make it sound all fantasy and cool like. And he closes his eyes, and he's going to spend a minute concentration, seeing where the larger concentration of shadows are within a 5-mile radius, so that we can kind of map out a plan to go elsewhere.
So there aren't a whole massive lot of shadows here, especially with that massive kind of flash of light. It kind of pushed them away for a time, much like with how the cities have that bubble of light around them. It has pushed them away for a time at least. Within a 5-mile radius, there's probably a little here and there, no distinct spot where there's a bunch. And with your tribe's ability to be kind of one with the shadow, it's not like you guys would have any problem running into them.
Okay. Amicus opens his eyes, says, I believe now would be a good time for us to move, Nox. He turns to Nox. He says, you mind if I speak with you for just a short moment?
Yes, no problem. He takes you on a walk.
I can't help but wonder, the Watcher, he wasn't the intended target, was he?
A shot from that distance, it's hard to say, but it was heading directly towards my son.
Understood. So, okay, I'm gonna take a great deal of consideration in making sure we try and cover him while we move.
Right.
So he's gonna walk back into the tent, I guess we were in. Were we in something, or were we just standing outside?
out
I
in
was
the
just
open.
standing out.
Okay.
There's like a couple of rock outcroppings. A lot of people have taken cover underneath those to try and kind of hide their position from that castle, just in case that person has like 100 instant death arrows. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Amicus approaches the group again, says, are we all prepared to mobilize?
I am prepared.
I'm ready.
Then I will follow.
Castiel, it was, correct?
Yeah.
Are you wearing like a hood or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm in my rogue garb, so it's like cloaks and belts.
Okay.
And
Well, this is my first time meeting you, but if you have any distinct identifiers about you, I would take great care to cover those as we move.
I don't know, like a mechanical arm or something.
Because I do believe, from what I can tell, I think you were, of course, the intended target. Let's not give them any reason to think you're still alive.
I mean, I don't know. As a rogue, my entire shtick is to not stand out.
And yet you almost got shot.
Almost.
like he nailed it. Like he was like, almost, but they didn't get me.
All right, well, let's move. Let's try not to call any attention to you especially, okay?
I pulled my hood up and my mask up, and it's just my eyes.
Dope.
Cool. At this point, Nox kind of walks over to the group and is like, so obviously we can't run straight up to the castle with this giant group of us.
Of course.
It'll be too obvious. They'll see us coming. It's clear they know we're out here, and they've probably already started preparing defenses. I want to propose another option. We can attempt to run some sort of distraction towards the front gate. Maybe you can find some way to sneak in. You can all take Amicus with you. He's the only one I would trust to help lead you there. That's just an option that we have.
Nox, what kind of distraction are you proposing? I mean, we both know why we came out here. Going back empty-handed is one thing, but never returning at all is another.
Right. You're 100% correct. And I've also already sent a couple of people off back towards Lunos. They should be working to get some help from there, but I don't know how long that will take. And I'm not intending to give our lives by any means, and I know no one here is intending that, but we have our ways to hide in the shadows and avoid being hurt.
You're exactly right.
I don't want you to be cannon fodder to this. It's not worth losing anyone else.
I can assure you we won't be foolish, but we will give off the impression that we are coming for some sort of revenge or something, and we will handle taking cover and keeping ourselves from being killed accordingly. I doubt that someone has the materials to create something that lethal more than a few times. So even if it's 3 or 4 more times, we can avoid it.
Just to clarify real quick, like, from what we understand, from what we know, the shadow creatures come because there's like the imbalance in the shadow plane, right?
Kind of right now, yes.
Like the hidden daggers didn't create the shadow things.
Right, and you notice at this point that like the shadow things aren't like on your tail and up your ass the whole time like they were.
Right.
The thing that was coming from the hidden daggers were these weird abominations that were coming through the Fey portals.
Right. Okay.
You haven't seen any more of those since just a little while ago. You're not exactly sure what's happened, but...
So maybe then, and Echo looks at Castiel, maybe they don't have to be cannon fodder. We could just lead a whole bunch of those things to the front door and then sneak in.
Enemy of my enemy.
Corral them up.
Maybe we could herd them with this
Someone
ancient light thing that we've been... If we were to make some kind of like, I don't know, U shape that would push them towards the...
Bottleneck them in.
Yeah.
Well, something that's not a terrible idea, but that would require us to have a very strong source of light. And he looks towards Cyonica. And she looks at him, and she looks at all of you and says, Are you sure that you could make that happen?
You want to go kick in that front door?
I mean, we can let these monstrosities be the cannon fodder instead of these fathers out here who actually are here for a purpose.
But we're also underestimating the danger we're putting Cyonica in.
Yes, there's no way we wouldn't go with her to help her. We have to draw in the shadows. It would be a team effort for sure.
That's interesting because, I mean, we've done so much to defend against them. We've never really tried to hurt them before.
We've never had a Daughter of Light right here with us, so it's possible. And Cyonica looks at her dad and goes, Do you think that we could get enough to really hurt these people? If we started now, yeah. She looks at you. She reaches out a hand to kind of shake your hand.
I reached my hand out.
She looks to you, Castiel. Sorry, I should have told him, podcast people. As you go to shake her hand, she pulls you in, and she says, Kill that fucking bastard for the both of us. She begins to start glowing. All of the other shadow people around, you hear Nox start calling orders, and it looks like they're starting to do something. And you hear Nox starting to say some kind of ancient incantations in some language that seems like a muddling of classic Elvish with some kind of old dialect you can't quite make out. And you guys hear shadows start kind of wisping towards that meditation that you had going. Mm-hmm. You start feeling a wave of shadows coming out.
Could I use that to kind of help communicate with everyone
100%.
like where they're coming from?
Yeah,
And
100%.
So Amicus will be sort of on the forefront of that, just saying like where they're coming from and helping us all decide where we need to put Cyonica to make this effective.
Right, exactly. And you guys work together. You set up the kind of trap. Ironically, the least impactful light from Cyonica comes from the light exuding from her back. And they find a way to kind of corral them into like right behind her. So she's going to kind of lead them towards the castle, basically. And it's gonna be pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking metal. That's what it's going to be.
And they look at you guys and they say, they can get there in like maybe 6 hours. You guys can get there in half the time. Because you're a smaller group, you can move faster.
Get there, run some recon, find the back door. Or do you want to stay with your sister?
I mean, Kicks, I was going to see if we could, I could get on one of the little horse things and then actually lead Cyonica. So I like kind of like as if I have a lantern on my back, which is Cyonica now. Like wherever you need me to go, that's where I'm taking her. Make sure that you like if there's like a last ditch effort, I protect her so she has a chance to escape.
Yeah, you two can totally go together.
That way you don't need to go with your sister. She has somebody. And if you need to sneak in.
Yeah, I guess that could work.
Sounds good. So, Echo,
Echo.
Amicus, and Castiel, the three of you will be sneaking to the castle. How do you intend on doing this?
I don't know, Mr. Rogue. How do we intend on doing this?
What is the carrying capacity? Wait, can you also summon a shadow steed, Mr. Amicus?
I cannot, but what I can do, I can create a fog cloud that can travel up, like just centered on a point 120 feet away.
So my idea was that if we had at least 2 horses, we could tie a lead to my horse and I would cast the darkness on myself. And that since I can see through it, your horse would just follow the lead attached to my horse. You'd be blind, but we could travel in the shadow unseen.
Well, I can't summon the steed, but I wouldn't be blind. And he just kind of like he does a little bit of darkness. He's like, "Ooh, look, you know, I can do it too."
God, I wish we had a magical hoverboard.
Yeah, that'd be great, right? Does your shield fly?
No, shield.
Does your shield fly? Fuck,
We're gonna do
fuck.
tie the shield to the horse and make Echo surfboard this shit.
No, that'd be too loud. Was everyone with the group also riding like shadow horses, or were they
had
any real
mounts
horses?
they had mounts of sorts. Yeah,
I want
they
another
had, They had
ostrich.
horses
and
and
regular
stuff like
mounts.
that, yeah.
So then we would probably wait. You came in on a horse. We'll just use that.
Oh yeah,
Wait a minute, the ostriches.
Yeah, the ostrich horse things.
Yeah, we still have the ostriches.
Echo wants to take Simon's ostrich
okay.
Sounds
since
good.
he's not using it.
Ouch.
But you could also just ride the shadow horse with me.
Maybe
Crucial question. What are we doing with Simon's body for right now?
I thought
the people took it back
They
to
took it
Lunos.
back to the thing,
Yeah,
right?
there's a couple people that split
How
off.
long does gentle repose last?
9 days, I think it is.
9 or 15, one of the two. It's a day. It's a lot of days.
what does gentle repose do?
I
keeps
put him
his
on
body
ice.
good.
Yeah, preserves the body so it can be 1 day restored.
10 days.
10 days. That ain't bad. Cool.
It takes 11 to get back.
So I think 2 animals would be much quieter than 3 at the very least.
Okay.
So I'll lead, and
So just so we're clear, we're also marching up to the front.
no, we're banking around the side, and we're gonna look for ways to get in
What time?
undetected.
What time of day is it?
Dark.
It's always dark.
It's dark. Okay, yeah. So I was thinking, like, well, if we're in the daytime and there's just a cloud of darkness floating around, they're going to be like, well, obviously some shit's happening.
Yeah, though that is something to consider because there is, while it is always dark, extra dark is extra dark. So they will notice a bubble of darkness.
Oh, really? It
Yeah.
wouldn't just blend in with all the shadows around us?
Unfortunately, not.
I had the bottlenecking idea. Echo doesn't have any other ideas. Everything
Just
Echo,
fizzing.
yeah, everything Echo does glows. So
We could still use the mounts to get pretty close. I mean, their attention's going to be on the glowing orb making a beeline for the castle, right?
Yeah, why don't we use my fog? Fog might be a little more concealing than magical darkness.
Does this terrain seem like that would seem natural for there to be fog?
There's fog here and there. Yeah, sure.
Like a rolling fog cloud?
Question, if I center it on a point and that point is moving, will the fog move?
So could we move at full speed, or would it look like we're just holding a fog machine and it's spraying behind us like a giant cloud?
No, it'll
Well, it
stay
said 10
enveloped
miles
in
per
whatever
hour,
the
right?
point is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Castiel, you'll ride close to me, and I will cast this fog upon my steed, and we shall bank around and try to find a way in. Now, will anyone be joining us on these?
the little short ass changeling. The hand
Okay.
goes up.
And you?
No, I will be with Cyonica.
Okay.
Nox looks back at you and says, "Good luck."
I go for the predator handshake,
He knocks one out with you real quick.
and I go, Nox,
The earth shakes for a second.
we come back from this.
Right.
Go and get on my steed.
I give him a hug.
As you're hugging your father, he looks at you and goes, "I'll make sure Cyonica's okay."
both of you come back.
Of course.
I'll bring you back and kill you myself.
He laughs as he walks away.
He can't do that, loser.
I'm his daddy. I can beat him. So,
We getting on these horses?
you get on the horses. Mm-hmm. You get on an ostrich.
Shadow Steed.
I love the ostriches. They make me so happy.
Dakota, what does this look like?
My Shadow Steed?
Yeah, what does summoning it look like to you?
So I'd like to think I walk over to a shadow and I hold my hand over it and I just close my eyes and focus, and it's like watching Neverending Story in reverse. You watch the horse come up as it claws its way out of the shadows.
Nice.
And it's
kelpie.
completely black and covered in black wisps of shadow rolling off of it with a white ghostly mane.
Gosh, that
We have matching
description makes
haircuts.
that description makes me want to come. Okay, so at this moment, you summon that horse out. All these other people, all these other tribesmen look at you and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Was this not part of the...
Your dad looks back and is like, "All right, Castiel. All right. Okay." You see, this is a gift that no other tribesman has gotten at this point. You guys have the teleporting thing, but like
We get on our steeds, and I'm like, knowing your dad, he's going to go try and do that for about an hour or so. I'm just being honest with you.
what does your fog cloud look like when it's casted?
So he holds his hand out, and you see like the little mist, foggy vapors start to cover it, and he takes and goes to the left side of his left leg because I'm assuming Castiel is to the left of me,
Yeah.
and he casts it just on the outside of his knee.
Castiel, what side are you on him?
I'd probably be on his left side.
Cool.
He touches his knee, and as he does, when he pulls his hand away, you can see the fog kind of like follow and engulf. It's just like
Nice. Very nice. Pro tip, DMs at home, let your characters describe their spells. It's so much cooler. Anyway, you guys begin to ride off. I need you to give me stealth checks with advantage, please.
Can I cast Bless on, or what is it, Guidance on
You
Echo
most
real
certainly
quick?
can.
Thanks. That's important. Luckily, it's a cantrip. Right, cool.
That's a 27.
Okay, cool. I was
Yeah,
worried
you're
because I saw
sneaky.
your second roll and your face didn't change much, but
I was already happy with the first.
It's a 10.
nice.
21.
My name on? Cool. Is that with your
Yeah.
guidance? Oh, fuck. Cool.
That's why I cast Guidance.
Yeah. You guys ride off into the dark set because it's all dark here. You ride off. Couple hours pass by. Okay. Can you guys give me a perception as you guys are riding kind of around the castle?
25.
Echo's rolling like shit right now. It's a 7.
So that's a 6, but I'm going to expend psionic energy dice.
Okay.
And if it succeeds, it expends the dice. If I still fail, I get to keep it. Comes a 9.
Still fail.
I get to keep it.
I get to keep it. So, as you guys are riding at Amicus, as it's expected, you see a piece of the outer wall that looks like it might have a very small crack in it. Maybe something small enough that you guys might be able to sneak in through it. Not 100% sure, but it's worth looking into.
It kind of catches your eye just how quick and bright of a blue a reflection goes across his eyes. And just like, shh, hold on. And he gets off of his steed and he walks over and he like moves the fog a little bit. Kind of swims it out of the way. I want to take a closer look at it. Is this something we could test?
It's a distance away right now because you guys kind of took a wide berth.
Oh,
But you guys can definitely move closer and look into it if you'd like.
okay. Do you guys see the crack in the wall over here to your left?
I do now that you have pointed it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's move closer to it. That might be exactly what we're looking for.
You guys get closer up to the crack. Upon further inspection, you see there is a crack in the wall. It's not quite big enough for a person to fit through. You could maybe do if you could widen the hole just a little bit, or turn into goop. If you could find a way to make yourself smaller or make this hole bigger, you could probably get in through here.
I don't see a way that I could force us through here without making a large amount of noise.
Is the hole small enough for a raven to fit through?
Yeah.
I want to summon my raven.
Cool. You see as your horse, you hear the bones start cracking. The horse shrinks down into your raven and it looks at you and goes, "Oh."
I love this little shit so
And
much.
I go, shh.
Oh.
And as I'm holding him, I'm going to exchange my consciousness with the raven.
Not this shit again. The last time you did this, we ended up in a portal.
As you say that to it, in your head you hear,
You don't have to do that anymore.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, stupid.
and he pecks on your head. Just a little light one.
Can I still see through your eyes?
Yeah. Or I can just tell you. But I can totally.
This is so important to the narrative here. Is Castiel speaking out loud
Yes.
and the bird is just squawking back?
Are you at this moment?
Well, I figured
I
if
need
it
to know.
had come... I am proficient in telepathy.
Okay, cool. So it happens over the mind.
Like psychically speaking, right?
Yeah, it happens over the
Damn.
mind. You guys do see this bird and Castiel looking at each other for a while.
So I figured that'd be something I could easily adjust to because I've been
Right.
doing it for a while.
100%.
now. So, well, I was thinking that maybe you could sneak through this little crack here and just kind of give us an idea of what's going on the other side, or I can take a look through you.
Sounds good. Just a little heads up. I am a bird. I could have flown over the wall. But yeah, I can go through the hole.
You could fly over the wall, but we can't. So this may be our only way to get in. So I need to know what's exactly on the other side of this hole.
Cool, sounds good.
And he wiggles his way in. He looks back at you.
All right, here I go.
And he goes for a little bit.
Is this just normal for him?
No, this is not normal.
After a short amount of time, the bird comes back through the hole. Actually, he's flying around. You hear in your head,
So it looks like we're looking at a dark alley. Nothing in it, nothing too crazy over here. We're in between two buildings. This is a dead end. I don't see anybody in town, really. It doesn't look busy. It looks pretty dead, actually. Anything else you want me to look for, boss?
No, that's all.
All right, I'm coming back then.
and then he sneaks through the wall and comes back out.
So it looks like this crack in the wall just leads to this is the wall that becomes a dead end alley, and it's dark. It's no one around. The easy way to get inside is just getting through the hole.
Well, actually, there's a way for me to get through, but getting the rest of you through is the problem.
I can get through.
Echo?
Is it big enough for like a Harrigan to get through?
Harrigans are small. Yeah.
Yeah. Echo just, what was the name of the one?
There's Davy. Glasses.
Yeah, Davy. Yeah.
Awesome.
What are we talking about?
Echo's a changeling. Echo's just going to change into a Harrigan.
So she turns into
Davy.
They turn into Davy.
Oh, the
Davy
rabbit
Hopstitch. Yeah.
The rabbit guard, yeah.
And is a little cute Harrigan.
You're not so menacing now.
Give it a minute.
I need to figure out how I'm getting in then.
Wait, you also took part in the ritual, right?
Watch. And he appears on the other side.
Cool.
Why didn't you just throw your knife?
Hey, Castiel. We can both shadow step, though, right?
Yeah.
Come on over, bud.
Yeah, Echo's just going to just start going.
Yeah. Davy's
Yeah.
small enough he can fit through
Yeah,
there for sure.
Echo's on it.
From the other side of the crack, you just see Castiel melt into the ground, opposite of what you saw the horse do. But right before you, you just see me rise from the shadow.
Flashy.
Little bunny just climbing through.
I that's the first time I've ever done that.
I stick out my hand, like just the top, like the little figures are there. Just see if the little bunny wants a little help coming through.
Yeah, Echo is not a physical labor individual.
Come on.
Yeah.
I sat him down.
It's like Pooh Bear stuck in the tree. We're pulling you through.
while you are melded into the shadows, you know when you fall through a map in a video game, it looks kind of like that, but you can only see the spots where there are shadows. And if it's too far away, you can't see it anymore. As long as it's within 60 feet of you, you can see it, you can get to it.
Cool.
But for every turn that you're in there, you have to make sure you're holding your breath.
Which is 3 minutes.
Yep. So, you're all in. Now what?
Well, Echo's changing back into Echo first and foremost.
Perfect.
You haven't answered my question. Did you perform the ritual? Are you all glowy and everything too? Like,
Yes. Yes, I did.
so wait, you can't do this? Like the whole like moving in the shadow or the shadow horse or anything like that?
No. I just have like the same kind of basic abilities the rest of the tribe has. You who knows? You know, maybe something went really right with you or really wrong with the rest of us. I don't know.
Why am I any different?
Well, if I had rolled better on my history check,
We'd have a better answer.
yeah,
Cool. So what do you guys do?
that's something to explore for another time.
I imagine we're about to sneak through the city.
So let's keep moving.
So do we want to see if we can't get closer and then wait to hear your sister rain down hell?
Can we see any glow in the sky from her massive light being given off like a
You guys are in an alleyway right now, and the walls are really tall, so it's kind of hard to see anything right now. So what are you guys doing? You're in this dark alleyway. What's the plan?
I wanted to echo. How many times can you do that?
Do what?
Change.
I don't know. How many times do you breathe?
You can just do this an infinite number of times?
Yeah. I'm a changeling.
Okay, but I didn't know if there was like a burnout limit per day or something before you had to like sleep it off and recharge.
No, it's just a thing.
Regardless.
So then my idea is if we can figure out what the people generally look like or what does your clothes change too?
I don't think the clothing changes. I think it's just Echo.
Yeah.
Like I just pictured when Echo turned into Davy that Echo had to like drag their clothes through
Well, I'm thinking that if we could just see any random one or two people who's in this castle, maybe you could change.
Yeah, I do have to see them. Yes.
Right. And you could change and then I just throw my cloak on you and you could walk around in plain sight. That's what I was thinking. And you could kind of map it out for us as we go, make sure the coast is clear, we cross a few streets, whatever it may be.
I can try.
We just have to get you to get eyes on someone.
We can give it a shot. I'm just not sure. And Echo kind of like gestures to like the big ass cleric clothing that they wear.
Okay, but we could throw a cloak over you.
Just go find somebody, go knock them out.
We have quite a bit of time before
We can take that cloak.
the shadows reach the front door. Regardless of what we do, it's very important that we at least know where we're going to post at and
So we just
get an idea for our numbers and put eyes on the tower at the very least.
Called analytics. Figuring out when it's the right time to post, getting your numbers.
So, Bird is still with me?
Yeah, he's just sitting there right on your shoulder. He looked at you. No one else, you wouldn't have seen it because he was like sitting on your shoulder. But as you were talking to Echo about going around and charting out the area and everything and hiding, he just kind of looked at you and turned his head and just kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
So
I like the Echo option. I think it's a fun option.
Yeah, I think it's something that could help us easily like open doors if we have to, and it doesn't look weird that you're walking into this specific room or whatever because you just blend in, right?
Yeah.
But we can use Burb to go up for an aerial view or a bird's eye view of the area to make sure it's clear to cross and see which direction that we can head in.
So side note, I thought that when we left Sandira, I wouldn't have to hear the bad jokes, but yet here we are. Go find me somebody.
Okay, so I'll send the bird up and be like, find us a cardinal direction.
Okay. The bird looks at you and goes, all right. Flutters off. I found north. Now what?
Of the tower of the castle.
All right. How about without the puns, you tell me what you want. What do you want? What do you want from me?
We need to figure out our quickest route to get to the tower of this castle.
Okay, that I can do. And he flies off. Do you want to warg into his eyes?
Yes.
Cool. You do that. You notice that Castiel's eyes don't his eyes gloss over, but he's able to still stand. It's not like he just falls into the fucking concrete and busts his head open.
This is normal. This happens.
And
Did we state whether or not I could still speak through my regular body while in this state?
I don't
roll me a d20.
I don't recall you being able to talk last time.
I think the whole consciousness.
You've got
is
new
gone that
abilities
time.
now.
18.
Yeah, you can talk. But also, your bird can talk through your body. So
Oh, great.
Bird.
every now and again,
Echo's not going to enjoy that at all.
bird goes flying off. You warg into his eyes. You see through his eyes. Roll me a perception check with advantage because you're way up high.
Perception? 18.
18. As you're flying along, you see the castle. You see that in front of it there are two cloaked figures. But other than that, you don't really see anybody out in town until a cloak fluttering through an alley catches your eye. You hear the moving of like a box here or there. It kind of dawns on you that maybe you weren't looking in the right places. You were looking for these normal people in this castle. But as you look around, you see hidden here and there and everywhere are members of the Hidden Daggers.
I'll relay through my body. Members of Hidden Daggers are traversing through the alleyways, cloaked figures, and then at that point I'll come back and summon the bird back.
Okay. He goes,
You sure you don't want me to look into like the castle or anything?
Maybe once we get a little closer, but I don't think we're safe here.
Yes, sir.
and he flies back towards you. Do you want him to kind of like not make it obvious that he's flying back?
Could I just poof him?
You could. You could just poof him in the middle of the
Oh yeah, I guess
city.
No, just fly out of the castle and loop back around and discreetly.
Okay. And he sounds good. He does a well job, and he comes back through that little hole.
While I was seeing figures move through the alleyway, I heard some boxes moving and stuff. Is there anything in this alleyway are there boxes, crates, anything? Could I inspect this alleyway to see if there's like any kind of secret passages that might connect an underground mapping system?
Yeah, you can roll an investigation.
7,
No, it doesn't look like there's any secret passages or anything around here.
11.
Was that your psionic dice?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
I get to keep it. They're not using the main streets to traverse throughout whatever compound this is.
But you only saw 2 of them, correct?
I saw a few, yeah.
Saw a good little handful. He saw the 2 that are not non-discreetly just guarding the doorway. They're like 2 thuggish brutes. And throughout the city in little alleyways here and there, on the way up to the castle, he saw Hidden Daggers hidden in different spots and places. I said alley as an example, but like there's some hidden up on roofs. They're all hidden all over the place, and the reason you were able to spot them is because you've been a Hidden Dagger. You know where they like to focus on hiding. You've spent a long time as a rogue hiding, and you know where to look to find those kind of people.
Yeah, we just go find one.
Yeah, I think our best bet is to corner one in an alleyway and take their disguise, and then you could use that as hiding in plain sight.
Deal.
And I can disguise myself.
Yes, you can.
And I already more or less look like them.
I like it. We're going to try this plan again of sneaking in.
Damn. These 2 arcs really do mirror each other.
We really are.
Isn't it nice?
We really set it up perfectly.
I didn't even think about the fact that you're both going into castles. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You planned this.
Okay, cool. Can you roll me a D20 real quick, Dakota?
19.
19. Okay, cool. Roll me a D6.
5.
Cool. So it's been roughly about 50 minutes since like you and the bird and the warg out and everything and trying to get through the hole and everything, you guys are coming up on 50 minutes of here. You've got 2 hours and 10 minutes left before Cyonica hits the fan.
Great.
Love that.
Do I remember the closest location of movement that I spotted from us?
Yeah, sure. That totally works. It was some dude that was hiding in like a barrel in an alleyway.
Cool. So not too far from here, there's actually one hidden in a. I saw him jump into a barrel. It's just. I think I could sneak up on him and take him by surprise with this new shadow trick I can do.
Then let's do that.
Cool.
And then we can get the element of surprise on him.
If it's all right, I think I think I'm going to sneak up on him instead. I trust you, of course, but I was tasked with making sure that you were at the castle, and let's not take chances that one of the worst ones are in the barrel, shall we? I have to get you to that castle safely. You and your sister need to make sure that this thing goes off according to plan. Use me. I am a tool.
Moving through the shadows, can't hear me, right? You tiptoeing can be heard, and these are trained people to listen for these kinds of things. The absence of noise, I believe, is our element of surprise here. And then you two can come in when his focus is on me. You two come in from behind.
Sounds good. I'm not gonna force your hand here. I'm just helping out.
No, and I really appreciate it. I used to be a member of these people, and I know how they operate, and I know what they look for.
Okay.
And you may be very skilled at what you are explaining, but these people are also trained to look for those set of skills.
All right.
So is it just Castiel sneaking up on him?
At first, and then these two will follow shortly after.
Are you guys going to follow shortly after?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Castiel, roll me a stealth check.
27.
Cool. All right. You sneak through town and find this alleyway with this individual in a barrel. You can see the little hole that he's cut in that he can peep through. And you stay out of that line of sight as you sneak up on the barrel.
I guess I could use the raven as a signal point. Leave the raven with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm behind the barrel, right?
Yeah.
Got behind him, and we're in this alleyway.
Yep.
Where are you two at?
I assume we were just following behind you.
Okay.
Quietly.
If that's the case, both of you roll me stealth
I
checks.
assume that's what we were doing.
That's cool. Roll me stealth checks.
Not to make themselves visible to that area until
It's
after.
a little bit of a distance away. If you want them to act immediately after you, they do need to follow you.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to take a few turns for them to get to you.
Yeah, and Echo's going to go ahead and cast guidance then.
Yeah, this is what I want to see.
Is there anything that they could do to like mirror what I did?
No. Maybe if you guys had been working on like hiding together up to this point, but no. Echo's the most unstealthy person I think existing in the game at the moment.
Yeah. 8.
With the guidance?
Yeah.
That's dope.
14.
14. Mm-hmm. So the other two begin to start sneaking up. There's no issues with Amicus.
None.
He sneaks up without an issue. He gets into a position where he's kind of ready to maneuver on your reaction. Echo begins to sneak. And unfortunately, the armor they are wearing makes some noise. And you see the barrel begins to open up. Can you roll me initiative real quick?
Yeah. 17.
When I see it open up, would it be too outlandish to think that I would quickly get an arrow ready?
Without rolling initiative, it would be.
Oh, do I also have to roll?
Yeah, all three of you.
Okay.
Well, I have advantage on initiative, so.
It's a 4.
Yeah, those blood
It's
dice
a
really
4.
working tonight, huh?
Fuck off.
It's because you still look like a rabbit.
22.
22.
No, Echo turned back.
Oh.
Okay, cool. The barrel opens up. He is preparing to like do something. First, he goes to Amicus.
I ready an arrow and I'm aiming for a lethal shot.
Right.
And I get like a surprise on him or anything?
He is currently surprised,
Oh.
but that isn't how surprise rounds work.
That is a 22.
22 will hit.
Okay. Oh, I have advantage on attacks against creatures that have not yet acted.
Cool.
So let's see if I get... No, it's worse.
Let's see if I get not a 20.
Couldn't see it. I touched it and it rolled. I don't know what it was, so I'm going to redo it.
Yeah.
That is 2 + 4. I'll roll the right dice now. It is
my God.
It is a D8.
This dude's a noob.
Dude, I'm a bored looker. That is 5 + 4, 9.
Okay, cool.
Do I see him go down, or because I can?
He takes 9 damage. The arrow stabs into his throat, surprising him. He isn't down. He grabs towards his throat. He puts his hand over it. He looks up at you. He begins to start taking a breath.
And I take a second shot.
Cool.
Do I get advantage on this one as well since he hasn't yet acted?
I think so. That's what the rule says, right?
Yeah. 24.
All right, cool.
Okay, now I'll roll the D8. That is another 10. So I quickly just...
Okay, Legolas.
2 arrows flying through, both stab into his neck. One going through his hand and pinning it to his neck. Blood starts pouring out of his throat. He starts gagging. He looks like he was about to start screaming. Chokes on his blood, falls kind of back into the barrel and slumps over.
Well,
Puts his bow back on his back. Then I make my way over to Cass.
Cool.
Echo's just meandering up.
Cool.
The intention was not to kill him.
To me, that was an us or them situation.
No, we were completely in control of that situation.
Echo's going to start carefully moving the barrel over to get this body out.
Yeah. You kind of pull it more towards the alleyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
How much
While
do you
they're
know
arguing.
about the hidden daggers?
I know they might have a heavy hand in not only mine, but everyone else's children going missing. And from what I understand, this is a plan to try and either eradicate them or take down someone who is controlling these people. I don't know. All I know is our goal is to make sure that you get to that tower when your sister is on the other side of that wall. And in that moment, it seemed like our entire cover could be blown.
He's right.
To be completely honest with you, if it means the safety of anyone else's child, our current children, future children, there's nothing that stands in the way of that.
If you thought we were in jeopardy in that situation, your perception is skewed. We were in control. We could have done that non-lethally.
Well, what's done is done.
Don't look at me. This is the most sound reasoning I've heard the entire time that I've known any of you at this point.
As they're taking off pants and pulling them up.
The only thing I've been killing for the past few years now is shadows, and it's not like I'm out. It's not like I want to kill anything living and breathing. That's not my
didn't
intention.
think twice then. And then I walk away. I go look out.
Cool.
This is also a normal occurrence.
Cool.
Echo.
So, I'm assuming you're taking off all your cleric armor.
Yeah.
Putting it in your bag of holding, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And now you're wearing leather armor.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, what's my
leather
AC
armor is
now?
11 plus your dex.
Cool, so it's a 10. It's a -1 to my dex.
That's good. So
and I
now
don't
you-
have my shield, so it's a solid 10.
I have a -1 now, but you're wearing an outfit. You're wearing a costume.
Yeah,
But you're wearing a costume now.
what's my new body look like? What's my new do?
Younger guy, scruffy hair,
Yeah.
a scar just underneath the eye.
I like how Echo can't get away from scruffy hair.
Conveniently. The kind of a medium build, not like too big, not too scrawny. Young looking dude. Maybe just a little bit of patch here and there.
What is he?
He's
he
just a dude.
Yeah. Just a dude, just human.
He's just a dude. Hold on, let me roll.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. He is Tabaxi.
Fuck yeah.
He's a cat dude. Little scruffy brown hair. Short build, still has the scar. All that stuff still works.
Yeah.
But he's a little cat dude.
I love it. Yeah.
You change up into a cat.
Little morph.
Cool. Roll me the dice real quick.
What am I rolling?
Just a D20.
A D20.
Don't add nothing.
That's a 19.
Cool. As you morph into this cat dude, you feel something kind of pulse within you.
Oh, God.
And you guys see as Echo starts to grow in size and fall onto their hands and feet.
God damn it.
But they kind of shake it off. And they're back to
this.
looking like this
Looking
like this tabaxi.
Is the raven with him or just kind of floating around?
It was, I thought with y'all to mark a signal or something. I don't know. I don't know where your raven is right now. Tell me where your raven is.
Probably would have been on Echo's shoulder.
Cool.
So the Raven saw all of that.
Amicus walks to the raven, pets his head. You're the most normal one here.
Ha! And you hear in your head, I like this dude.
That's 2. So, like, yeah, Echo doesn't have, like, any semblance of an idea still because this shit just keeps randomly happening.
Yeah.
So the issue here is I don't know his name.
Yeah, that would have been great before, you know.
I'm going to be honest, that is the running issue now.
The idea was...
No, I understand the idea. I'm not hashing that out again. The issue here is that if I had known anything, this may have been better. This is now a great time to inform everyone that I am not a great liar.
Bum, bum, na, na, na,
Well, that's
na.
the idea of dressing the role. It could help the convincing part. I wanted to take some time to maybe teach a few of the hand gestures of communication.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You're trying to teach a whole language in how long?
No, just simple response commands like,
All right.
Okay,
yes,
so
no,
for a
got
moment.
it,
For a moment,
en route.
just a quick moment. Let me check something real quick. Let me check with my dad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, can I?
Who's also dying.
Yeah, can I go ahead and just cast augury real quick?
Your scales,
Yeah,
each one has a different incense burning on it.
yeah.
As they finish and the sticks kind of fall and land in the actual tray of each one of the ways, one of them begins to rise a little higher than the other one. You casting the spell, you know the difference between which one is wheel, which one is woe. It's the wheel one. It seems to be rising.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Then the scale immediately jars itself the opposite direction. And then it bounces back and forth, and then it slowly rises back up to wheel. And then right when it hits the top, it stops and goes back to balanced. Ain't I a stinker?
Do I recognize this guy?
Roll me a D20.
This may still help us. Am I adding anything to it?
No.
Can I add a psionic dice to it?
You can roll psionic if you want.
Okay, that makes it 15.
Okay. Okay. So you look at this guy, and at first you're getting nothing. Then your mind kind of looks past his face and into his mind. You're looking for a name. Name. What's a name? You find? This is going to be weird because it's a tabaxi name. You ready? Running North with Wind.
I think I know this guy.
You can share.
His name was Running North with Wind.
Okay. Echo's still trying to Echo's glaring at the fucking scales now.
Yeah.
Like listening kind of, but Echo's doing their cleric thing. I didn't curse my dad, not on purpose.
Fuck you, Dad.
And so Echo just looks at Amicus and goes, so I guess now we're just going to go.
You look like one of them. Looks like as good of a disguise as any.
Should we get one for you too?
Are you going to throw another fit if he kills another one?
Yeah, I'll use a disguise self.
Cool.
To give me a similar attire to
That works.
Running North with Wind. And I just go, I give him a once over, and you see kind of the blue just rush over the shoulders and come back into the chest. And as it does, as the blue light kind of fades off of the body, you see it's just completely different now.
I want to know how to do that. Wait a minute.
What all does your disguise self allow you to change?
Clothing, armor, weapons, anything on my person. I can appear taller, shorter, fatter, thinner.
Skin tone, hair color?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll give him a description of Steve the best I can. And this will be like a character creation window where I'm like, a little bit lighter. No, a little bit darker. Hair was about like this.
I have a side question, and this is important just in case it might not be. How similar is Castiel's current outfit to what the Hidden Daggers wear?
I would say with his uniqueness, he never really changed. He just, because the whole point of being in the Hidden Daggers, there was no we didn't walk around with an emblem on our chest.
Cool,
obviously not hidden.
Got it. Cool.
This is just my garb. This is what I've always worn.
Cool. Echo likes being tall.
There's no uniform.
Okay.
But walking around in shiny religious armor doesn't necessarily fit the status quo.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was just curious for possible future.
But now we
needs.
have the two of you who kind of look like already existing members.
Perfect. No, it's just a question for possible future reference.
So this is just, I mean, if you're open to the suggestions of looking like Steve.
I don't know Steve. I can be Steve. Steve Amicus.
How close does he get?
I mean, pretty close. I mean, you know how to describe him, I guess.
Yeah. I just describe him the best I can. You know, everything I can remember about him.
I look like Steve.
You look like Steve.
I don't sound like Steve, but I look like Steve.
You look like Steve.
All right, so we're gonna sneak to the castle and then wait to hear Hellfire.
Yeah.
Although I think Castiel will have to hide separately.
That's no problem.
Yeah, because there again, you were the intended target from what I understand. If there's anyone that they'd be looking for who would be a cause of alarm, it's going to be you.
What if you two guys caught me?
They think you're dead.
This is not like the last episode whatsoever.
Can we please go to the castle? We don't need to do that one. We're not doing get help.
Though it sounds like a fun idea, I think popping up with you might make them suspicious for when the shadows come in. We need to catch them by surprise as well as we can.
Right. So we get as close as we can, and we wait for the signal, which is obviously raining hellfire of everyone's attention being drawn to that, and that's when we make our way in.
Right.
Yes.
Echo and I will rush up and pretend to be a part of the panic, but we will be saboteurs in this endeavor.
Ooh, I like that word.
So, here's what I'm hearing. If you guys are going to pretend to be Hidden Daggers in front of everybody else, I need performance rolls. If you are going to hide and sneak around, you have advantage because you're wearing Hidden Dagger attire.
My suggestion would simply be to hide and not reveal ourselves as hidden daggers until the panic begins, so that people rush by us without taking a second look. They have something else to focus on, and we can simply be saboteurs in this endeavor as that is happening.
We'll just go hide in some barrels for a minute next to the castle.
As long as there's no blue man with arrows waiting for me outside of that barrel, I think I'll be fine.
How long does disguise self last?
How long does it last? It lasts for an hour.
Ooh, you cast it a little early.
I'm gonna say it's probably been maybe 40 minutes since you guys made your move, changed armor, gotten your disguises and everything. You're just talking about the plan, so now you have about an hour and a half when you hit yourself with disguise self.
Mm-hmm.
So now you guys have your decisions. What is the move?
Did my plan
Yeah.
seem sound?
Yeah.
You know, I like it.
Cool.
It's just that he did say an hour and a half, and disguise self only lasts an hour. So there's going to be a 30-minute interval where you've got the time when you're going to do that all over again.
Well, I know how to be Steve.
Okay.
He knows how to be Steve, folks.
So we just get to a good hiding spot. Mm-hmm. That'll give us time to wait out the clock a little bit. Where then,
Yeah, that's what
if
we're
you
doing.
have the ability to make yourself look like Steve again, and then we go forward.
Exactly. What will you do once all hell breaks loose, Castiel?
I'm going to use the shadows to make my way to Crookjaw.
By yourself.
Well, you two running along would look like you're just going towards the hellfire that's going to rain down, but then you can just split off.
Okay.
We'll be support.
Okay.
But also remember, the Lady of Light is on the way to Crookjaw as well.
Fair enough. Moving.
I know that this is supposed to be very serious, but kind of excited. Well, now that I think about it, I don't think there's going to be much time between Hellfire and him going to the castle.
Right.
I think more of you guys should lead the way and make sure the coast is clear. Because if someone runs past you two, they're just going to think you're one of them. And they're going to keep running. And they may be like, come on, right? But you two guys are making the coast as clear for me to continue passing through. Because if I get spotted, they're going to see right through all of this. So you two lead the way. And like I said, we'll lie our ways to Crookjaw.
Mm-hmm. Like it. Picasso.
And hopefully under the guise of distraction from literal hell at their door, they won't take a second look at much of what we're doing.
You guys hear the dong of a bell. You hear the pattering of feet here and there. You see people coming out of holes like rats, just pouring out as multiple people start running towards this doorway. Kicks. We jump over to you and Cyonica. You're riding one of the ostriches. She is riding an ostrich as well. I think you guys had two left. And as you guys are walking up to the door, you can feel the shadows all behind you just swarming and screaming and squealing as just on the outer rim of the light, you see all of these men moving their arms and looking like they're doing some kind of incantation to kind of draft them all in here towards this. You see a lot of the shadows kind of emanating that blue light that's on a lot of these tribal dudes. And you are leading the charge in the front. You're coming up on the door. Cyonica rides up to you to kind of speak to you and goes, how do you think they're doing?
Well, if your brother is anything like you, I think they're doing wonderful. But also, if your brother is anything like you, we should hurry.
I like that.
Well, we're coming up on the door soon. And you can tell she's getting nervous.
Listen, we've been doing this for a long time together. And I believe in us. Just put on that spunky attitude you normally have, and I don't think there's anything that can go wrong.
How you're so strong, Kicks. I'm in my head right now, and I just have a real hard time staying focused in, I guess.
Well, I have not gone through nearly as much as you have for this past couple days. So, honestly, for you to not break down at this very moment, I think you're doing wonderful. We're friends.
You see she kind of lightens up and relaxes her shoulders and says, thanks, Kicks.
Now we can go kick some ass.
Yeah.
Go kicks some ass. For Simon.
Right, for Simon. And at that point, you guys kind of arrive at the giant doors to the city. You hear the loosing of a fuck ton of arrows as they all come towards the bubble full of people. Cyonica raises an arm, and a light pulses towards the castle, and it stops all the arrows for a moment. Cyonica looks at you, says, let hell rain, and she dims almost entirely. The shadows take the bait. They see all these people inside of this bubble, and she moves her hand and opens a hole in the city, and they just come pouring in. The door to the city, you on the other side Castiel, Amicus, and Echo hear a cracking of the massive door once, and then almost like cannons going off. The shattering of the door is so loud as shadows begin pouring into the city.
I think that's
our
hellfire.
cue. Fuck, I thought
Real quick, I am going to cast Psychic Whispers, and now we can all telepathically communicate.
Who is all?
Me and these two.
Got it.
I can choose a number of creatures up to my proficiency bonus number, which is 2. So I choose these two.
Yep.
Echo and Steve. No, Amicus.
Amicus Steve.
Stevicus.
No.
Let's go.
No. Cool.
Who's at the door?
You guys roll me stealth checks. Advantage for you two because of the outfits.
Guidance. I love this
And you
cantrip.
don't have disadvantage.
That's an 8.
God damn it.
Echo's not sneaky. I like that the
Not
dice
even-
understand that.
Not even close. Not
I
even
like-
close. It doesn't matter how much I try and convince the dice.
But
you know?
remember, but Echo's also weirdly strong. So
Yeah.
I like that this is balanced.
21.
21?
It was a 15, but psionic dice.
27.
Wanna go ahead and
27.
push
I
that
rolled a
up.
19 plus 8.
Cool.
I also have a +8.
Awesome. You guys sneak around. Echo. I guess not used to the
Height.
height, the armor, just something is off. And now you guys are running through the city in the opposite direction of the other hidden daggers, correct? Stealthily.
How, so the tower is not close to the main entrance.
No.
Okay. Yes. Towards the tower.
Cool. You guys start running. The I Need a Hero song starts playing.
Quietly.
The door knocks open. These shadows pour through. Kicks. As they're pouring through, you see Cyonica's light dim. You know that she's not going to be able to block all the arrows the next time they come through. You see a lot of these dudes begin to start charging in to try and avoid the arrow fire. Cyonica looks at you and says, we should probably get in there, at least find some kind of cover. And they run all in. Are you following?
Yes, I am following Cyonica.
Cool. So you guys begin to charge in. Everybody roll me initiative.
It's a dirty 20.
You were right. That's a good set of dice for Amicus. That's a 23.
10.
19.
At initiative 20, the hidden daggers will act. You guys get your turns in between those times. First up, Amicus. What do you do?
The first thing I'm going to do is cast Zephyr Strike. I'm moving towards the tower. I'm trying to keep a solid eye on Castiel.
Cool. Any kind of specifics on how you're traveling? What's the movements for you?
I'm running and just kind of juking in and out of people.
Okay, so you're moving through a crowd, kind of moving through, try not to be too obvious, anything like that.
Exactly. I think that, I don't know, maybe if they have like harpoons or something up on the walls or anything, maybe if someone asks, it's like, I'm trying to get a vantage point, you know?
Right. Okay, cool. Roll me deception.
9.
All right, that's what I need to know. Castiel.
I mean, as this is going on, I think the best way, if it looks like we are about to head through the opposite direction of a crowd,
Yep.
I'm going to meld into shadow and sink down below, travel below, and keep point on Amicus and Echo and try to stay on them.
Cool. Just keep in mind you're holding your breath.
Yep.
Next, it moves on to the hidden daggers. One of them bumps into you, Amicus, and says, "Hey, what are you doing? The fight's this way.
I have to get up top to get a vantage point.
There's ways up top this way. Come on.
This is the way I always go. I'm sorry."
It's fine. Just go this way."
I roll my eyes and keep going past him.
Understood. Cool. Cyonica's turn. She runs in, draws a dagger, draws a sword, and emits this massive light. Blinds everybody in the area. And that's her move. Kicks, it is your turn. You guys have currently in front of you maybe 5 hidden daggers. And this swarm of shadows is kind of dealing with the rest of them. and the other tribesmen as well.
Cool. How close are they to me?
Pretty close, 30 feet ish. Definitely within a turn's movement worth of distance.
I'm going to take one of my darts.
Yep.
And I want to throw it at the one that's closest to me.
Awesome. Works for me.
Eyeballs.
Roll it.
Oh, is that just a D20?
D20.
Just attacking the eyes, you know?
Yeah, you got to blind them.
Nice.
Blinded by
As a
the
5.
A 5 will not hit as it goes zooming past.
That's all I got.
Oh, you have advantage because they're blind. So you can roll a second time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm blind them again for 18.
18, cool. That hits.
There it is.
Go ahead and roll damage.
6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Awesome. So 6 damage is, thunk, you stab one in the eye and it goes,
They'll start flailing themselves around.
flailing himself. Cool. Moves on to Echo.
Echo.
It is your turn. You
Yeah.
are kind of towards the back of this group.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily looking comfortable.
No.
You see that one of the hidden daggers that bumped into Amicus and started talking to him walks away, starts talking to another 2 individuals, and it looks like they kind of split off.
Split off where?
One of them goes down one alley, the other one starts climbing up a building or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Echo's just gonna keep heading towards the castle. Like there's really
Just right through the crowd.
kind of trying to stay towards the edge because Echo's just not
Roll me deception.
deception.
Deception. You are
Outrage.
sneaking past them while trying to act like one of them.
You should try
I have
facing
advantage.
the
or
direction
no?
they're running, but run backwards so it looks like everyone's just running faster than you.
Stupid.
Anyway, guidance. I love this cantrip. No.
What'd you roll?
Well, first of all, that's a 5. That's an 8.
You have advantage with
Oh fuck! I have
the
advantage.
disguise.
Cool. Let me roll that again then. One moment. There we go. That is a 17.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, no one seems to question you. They seem like, okay, that guy's supposed to be going that way. That's running. He goes that way.
That's runs with north wind.
Yeah.
Runs
So
north
yeah,
with
at this
wind.
point, Echo's just trying to keep pace.
Yeah.
You did ask the bird to give us a cardinal direction.
And
It
now
said
it's,
north.
and now it's stuck. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Cool. Sounds good. Amicus. Roll me perception.
Dirty 20.
You notice 2 individuals kind of peeled off and are kind of stalking you from the sides as you're running through the crowd.
Since I noticed them, I'm going to veer a little bit away from Castiel and Echo.
Cool. That sounds good. Still kind of moving through the crowd, just kind of moving
Yep.
your way. Roll me deception. You have advantage because of the costume.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's more like it. 13.
All right, that's not what I was expecting.
Better than the 4.
Sounds good. Castiel, as you are in your shadow realm, you see 2 individuals from the massive amalgamation of shadow that all of the crowd is making. You see 2 split off. You see Echo and you see Amicus, and you see those 2 kind of split off and are heading towards Amicus.
Amicus, the guy that you lied to, he caught on. He and a friend are splitting off. I think they're going to follow you.
I know. I'm leading them away from you.
What are you going to do?
Fight them?
We can all fight them.
Time is of the essence. But if you can, just attack from a distance. You've got to keep moving to the tower.
Okay. You're
What do
kind of
you-
in on this group chat too, by the way.
What do you do, Castiel? Is that it? You just talk?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you move towards either of these individuals or Amicus, or do you just keep beelining towards the tower?
How far is Amicus straying away from the beeline?
Each one is about 30 feet away from you. He's not straying too far off yet. He's just kind of keeping to the sides a little bit, maybe cut through an alleyway.
I tell you what, I'm going to trip them. That's going to break their line of sight on you, but you got to make yourself scarce.
Understood.
And I'm going to move to their position and try to get into their line of path of travel. And as quickly as I can, I just want to reach my hands up and grab 2 feet and then go back under.
Okay. roll me a stealth check. You get to one of them. Or, excuse me, a strength check. Stealth.
10.
All right. You reach up, grab one by the legs, flip him. He falls. Eats shit.
I was hoping that they were like running side by side and I would just grab the two inside.
No,
legs.
were.
They split off separately.
Oh, okay.
But you do catch one. He falls face first into the concrete, busts some of his fucking teeth out, and you dip back in.
Grab a little.
Nope. Don't get no air.
That's cool. I'm good for like 30 rounds, so.
Moves back on to the hidden daggers. That one curses, upset, stands back up with half his movement, and moves another like 30 feet. He's lost a lot of ground, so it'll be a while before he gets to you. All the hidden daggers are going to go for you and Cyonica now. The ones that are fighting you guys. Kicks. Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
All right. Fuck me.
No, I don't think I will.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
10 damage on the first hit? Or on the one that hits? That's 1, 2, 3 for you. Does a 14 hit?
No.
All right, cool. And the next two are going to go for Cyonica. And they're blind. That one misses. Oh, shit.
Get it together.
That one hits. And does 10 damage as well. And you've got these blind guys just kind of swinging fucking knives at you guys kind of haphazardly. Cyonica's turn. She goes to attack one of them. Misses. Kicks, it is your turn.
Is there like any, like, do I see any way of like getting to a vantage point, getting to like a higher?
There's definitely stairs and stuff that lead up towards the top of the castle wall. There's like ballistas and stairway leading up. You could definitely get up there without an issue.
I want to turn to Cyonica and tell her we should go higher.
She looks at you and goes, all right. And she'll follow you.
And I'm going to dash Step of the Wind.
Yep. So you're going to use a key point to dash.
Yep.
So that makes you move 60 feet. You zoom up to the top without any issue. You go right up the stairs. You're up at the top of the wall. Cyonica is going to run behind you. She's going to move 30 feet, so she gets about halfway up the stairs. Opportunity attacks are going to come. That one misses you. 21. 12 damage. That one misses you. That one misses Cyonica. And that one misses Cyonica. So you guys get out of that fight. These guys with their swords are kind of slinging their shit around. They're not paying attention. They don't know where you went. The sound of battle is so loud, it's kind of hard to track where people's footsteps have been. I hate when you look at me and smile when I say feet. Echo,
Echo.
it is your turn.
Echo. So Echo is, I can see the ones that are veering, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you could see one of them. The other one kind of cut through an alleyway to kind of follow where Amicus was when he veered off. But
Are they within 30 feet of me? Both of them?
one of them is within 30 feet of you right now.
Okay.
I guess they're both within 30 feet, but there's material blocking the way.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So if you don't need line of sight, it won't be an issue.
Let me think. The one that busted his face.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and Sacred Flame because it's not anything that Echo has to do anything with. It's just instantaneous. There's no movement.
Cool.
I'm just going to kill one of them.
To be able to hit that one, that's the one that kind of veered off into the alleyway following Amicus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, then I want the one on the roof.
Okay, the
I want the
fiddler
one
on
I
the
can
roof.
see.
Sounds good.
Just
Well, if we attack them,
Was that
we
a-
give ourselves up.
no, you can't. This is not one of those spells where you can tell that Echo's casting it. Sacred Flame is just one of those things where they just burst into fucking flames.
Is it a dex save?
Yes.
15?
Yeah, basically. No.
No, I don't pass.
No,
Okay, cool. Roll your damage.
let's see if we can do this one.
Well, you did it. Let's see if it's done well.
If it does anything of worth, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. With all my shit added in, I do believe. What is it? My spell attack. That I don't add that to my damage.
I don't think you do with
No.
That's just for
Cantrips.
ranged spell attack rolls.
Yeah. Okay. Then that is 5 points of radiant damage.
Booyah. As this guy kind of ignites with flame. What does your sacred flame normally look like?
The same thing. It's gold and it's pretty and it's just like cleansing fire.
This flame ignites on this individual up on the roof. there is this gold trimmed outline, but the flame inside is black.
We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later.
As he ignites, and what you would normally kind of expect as the results of your sacred flame, char him to a crisp. And he kind of falls from the roof.
Is he dead?
And as he hits the ground, ashes disperse through the area, kind of creating this big smoke screen.
Y'all can just hear it. Like, Echo is mainly talking to themselves, but you guys can hear it. We'll deal with it later. We'll deal with it later. We'll deal with it later.
What are we dealing with
Don't worry
later?
about it. We'll deal about it later.
We'll deal about it later.
We'll worry about it later.
So,
Keep going. I killed one.
Me too.
Who's keeping count?
Echo's always keeping count.
all right. We move around to Amicus. Amicus, you had the one that was behind you. You're kind of out of eye shot now. What do you want to do?
Do I notice the other one or no?
The other one's dead.
You saw that
The other one's way dead.
So one's dead, one fell.
One fell over. One fell off and bumped his head.
That was a hard bump. Yeah, let's just keep moving towards the tower.
Cool. This is turn 3. You're getting real close to the castle doors. Are you planning on going straight through the front? There's still those 2 guys that are guarding the way. A lot of the hidden daggers you've gotten through at this point, all pretty much gone. There's these 2 daggers in the front. There's these 2 guys in the front. You could look for another way around if you want.
How big are they?
Pretty big.
They look bigger than all the other ones?
Yes.
Do they look dumb?
No.
Do they look cute?
Do I know them?
Yes. No.
I like that the closer we get to the castle, the prettier they get.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Hey guys, want a handy?
While all this is going on?
I know it's getting pretty wild, but
We can get a little wild.
Seduce them? I'll quickly look around the tower. Close proximity. Do I see another way in?
roll me perception.
22?
You see a window on the side about 30 feet up. You could probably sneak in if you have a bit way to get up that high.
I use my mental walkie-talkie. There's a window 30 feet up. We can possibly get in if we have a way of getting 30 feet up.
Who is we?
Wait, as a tabaxi, do they get the benefits of that race?
No.
Oh.
Echo does not get any. No, I just look different. Trust me, if that was the case, Echo would have been abusing this a long time ago.
It's either that or we fight the 2 really big, strong, intelligent, cute men out front.
Cute.
What is funny?
I just wasn't expecting that.
I can just turn invisible, so.
And I can use my shadow to get through the door. Does it look like there's shadows or like the walls of this castle casting massive shadows around the area, or
Not in the direction you guys are heading. Right now, the closest shadows that you have to that castle are those 2 guys and Amicus. Those are like the closest shadows you have. Saying that, Amicus, is there anything else you want to do in particular?
Doesn't look like I could climb up that 30 feet, does it?
You could try.
what if we just put darkness in that area and we just walk right past them?
Well, they're guarding the door. Does it look like I could slip past them if the darkness was there?
The door's shut,
Exactly.
so
Looks like the window is our best bet. I'm going to climb.
okay, cool. You run up. Next turn, you'll be able to start going to climb. Are you sneaking up?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth.
Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of butt cheeks.
If he's going up the side, does he cast a shadow on the wall?
Yes.
Could I traverse his moving shadow?
What do you mean by that?
Or I guess
What are you trying to do? Tell me what you're trying to do.
so. As he goes up and starts climbing and gets to that window, right? Could I come out of his shadow and grab that window seal as well
If you could get 30 feet up to that other shadow.
on the shadow side of the world and get up?
25.
I could probably do that with the rope cannon.
Okay.
Sorry. I rolled a 25 on my stealth.
25 on your stealth? Awesome. Thank you very much. Castiel, it is your turn.
Yeah, I guess from the other side, I'll try to use my rope cannon to pull me up, and then I can pop out of his shadow.
He's not climbing up yet. He'll be climbing on his next turn.
Then, I'll go ahead and use my rope cannon to pull me up.
To where?
to the windowsill.
There's no shadow currently there for you to grab onto.
I thought I could traverse. I just couldn't pop out. I could only traverse where there are shadows?
Yes.
Okay. I can't hold movement.
We could just try to kill them.
Does the magical darkness count as shadows?
No.
Fuck. I'm trying to D&D again.
I guess I'm going to do my best to be out of eyesight and come out of it, and then I'm just going to scale the wall with him.
Cool.
I have a
Sounds good.
question.
Yeah.
This might be like, accidentally discovering something. Since the enemy, the little creatures are technically shadows, could he move in them?
Maybe. I don't know.
What if you could go in one and control it?
Could get trapped. Could be stuck in the shadow room forever. Who knows?
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
If Echo starts casting a bunch of light shit, are they going to come over?
What, the shadows?
Yeah.
There's a chance. There's a chance. They're kind of really...
So you guys know when you use like a laser pointer to get cats' attention and get them to turn off the lights? Echo might just laser pointer the guards.
I've never thought about using it to turn off the lights. That's interesting.
Yeah, when you get the little...
Not a bad idea. Okay. Hidden Dagger's turns. Those guys don't notice you. The 5 swinging around. Just got to see real quick. Rolling 5 sets of disadvantaged dice. Cool. None of them hit each other.
Damn.
Cyonica's turn. She delays to see what Kicks wants to do. Kicks, what should we do?
I'm trying to get higher so we can see maybe if we can see Castiel or Echo, and they might need some help wherever they are. But also, it doesn't hurt to get higher to see what we're dealing with right now.
Okay, cool. You are on the top of the wall. Go ahead and give me a perception check. With advantage, because you're high up.
24.
24, cool. You see 2 hidden daggers way in the back that are heading towards the castle versus away. Mm-hmm. Did you come out of the shadows?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think you see him. He's the only one you probably don't see. But you see them sneaking their way towards the castle, and you see 2 big guys at the entrance. Cyonica runs up to you, and she's like, what do you think we should do? I think I need to stay here to keep this distraction going, but do you feel like you need to go and help? I feel like I've got this. I kind of feel nuts right now.
Well, from what I see, there are 2 guards heading towards the building, but 2 larger guards guarding it. And I really honestly don't feel comfortable leaving you by yourself.
Sounds good. Me and you. And you guys continue. She looks around and goes, what about these? And she walks over to some ballistas and is like, let's fucking ruin their fucking day.
Let's fuck them up.
She hops on one. She's not quite close enough to get on one and attack with it. You definitely have the movement that you could get to one and use it if you want.
Yeah.
Ballistas are like big, basically crossbows. They're big, massive crossbows that shoot big metal spikes. Mm-hmm. You could shoot this and hit pretty much anywhere in the castle from where you're at in the city. So it's up to you on what you want to do with that.
At the entrance where all the shadows are coming in, is it a big hole that they have?
This is a little more metallized, a little more like technologically advanced, but basically that.
Yeah. Where all the shadow creatures are coming in, is the door completely gone? I mean, the castle door completely gone, or is
yes, it exploded.
Okay.
It's also directly underneath you, and you couldn't like aim at that necessarily.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see if I need to open it up a little bit more.
Front door.
It's wide, blasted open,
and everybody's coming out from the entrance. Correct?
Yeah.
That big door that the 2 guards are guarding.
Yeah.
Do you think that spike will be enough to cause some damage to it?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's where I want to go.
Go ahead and roll a d20. Beat a 15 for me. Add your same plus that you would if you threw a dart.
Gotcha. Which is 7. Yeah, it's a crit fail.
Roll me 2d10 plus your dexterity.
Both ones.
Both ones.
It sucked, man. Plus 5.
6? Okay.
2 plus 5 is 7.
2 plus 5 is
7.
Oh, see you. Fuck.
Amicus and Echo. Can you each roll me a d6 and tell me who is the highest?
Echo's got a 2.
I also have a 2.
Roll
Let's
again.
roll again.
Rollies.
I rolled a 3.
5.
Okay, cool. Echo.
Yeah.
As you're running, you can hear the release of a ballista off in the distance, and you think nothing of it, and then all of a sudden you feel a burning pain in your leg as you realize you are pinned to the ground through your leg.
Sorry.
Whose side are you on?
Not yours.
Fantastic. Cool.
Double
cool.
agent.
Like, how big is this thing?
They'll never
Pretty
know.
big.
Yeah, so like Echo is about to have to go see Doc, is what I'm hearing.
Robo leg.
It's a bad time right now for you.
Am I pinned forward or backward? Like, is Echo like basically on their fucking
You
knees?
were turned away from
on their knees.
Yeah.
Great. Do you want me to roll damage?
No, that was it.
That was it.
The 6 was the damage.
Okay.
The bad news is that you're pinned to the ground.
Cool.
The 7 was the damage.
Yeah, y'all just hear like that nice little solid scream through like the little walkie-talkie. Echo's fucking great.
What happened?
A lot.
Are you okay?
No.
Can you tell us anything?
There's a metal bar through my leg. I think I just got hit by a fucking ballista.
Yeah, that
Echo is
sucks.
trying so hard not to lose their shit.
Yep.
Cool. So like theoretically,
Yeah.
if Echo was to like just do the cleric shit and just like yank on their leg to get this thing off and just try to fucking heal it.
Yeah, you could
that
do
an
that.
option?
You could try and do that for sure.
Yeah.
So it is your turn next, so that's good.
That's cool.
You can definitely use your action and do like a strength check to try and pull it out. I think you need to roll a 15 or higher to be
Cool.
able to get
On
this
my
thing
strength
out of
check?
your fucking leg.
Cool. Can I also cast guidance?
Yeah, you can try.
You got this.
Is guidance a concentration spell?
Let me see. Guidance. It is.
Okay, so roll me a con check real quick.
Okay.
Beat a 10.
It's a 6. So no guidance.
No guidance. You just got to pull this shit out old school.
No, I'm basically tearing my leg off of it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, Echo.
fucking do
I
it.
saw the picture of the ballista.
Fuck yeah,
I don't
do
think
it.
I could just yank that out of the ground.
That's true. I mean,
Like what you
Echo's
said,
done
pinned, and I
things.
imagine like you pinning a bug to a.
Cool. Rip it fucking through. Rip and tear.
This might not work. We're gonna find out. That is a fucking 17.
You begin to start pulling.
Yeah.
You rip down your leg. You take 5 damage.
Cool.
You feel the ballista bolt pull through part of your leg. Yeah. You can you could on your next turn do the same thing. The athletics check will be significantly lower. But yeah, that's where you're at now.
Wait,
It's
is
still
it in my
pain.
thigh or like my calf?
It's like in your. I mean,
Or is it like my knee or some shit?
let's-
So I can get some
originally
narrative.
it was in your thigh, you know,
Cool,
and now
perfect. Then we
you've
can
pulled
know-
it down a ways.
Okay, cool.
You've kind of
No, Echo's like,
you've kind of slowly pulled it kind of down and diagonal. So
right,
now
because
it's getting to
no
a
great
point.
control of it.
Right. So now, Amicus, you heard a ballista bolt kind of slam in the ground, maybe 30 feet behind you, as you're kind of sneaking up to the castle doors. Well, the window. What do you do?
Amicus understands his goal is to make sure that one half of this light and dark duo gets through that window.
Right.
So he's going to start climbing.
Cool. Sounds good. You roll me athletics. I need you to beat a 10. Shouldn't be too much of a problem.
6.
You begin to start climbing. Unfortunately, it's a castle wall. It's not an easy climb. You're finding little spots here and there to use as grip points, but it's difficult. You can get about halfway up with that check. And so you're kind of hanging onto the wall, like fingertips in grooves, trying to hold yourself there. Okay? Castiel, it's your turn.
Is Echo in the line of sight of these two guards?
Yeah,
But they don't give a shit.
I mean, yeah, at this point.
they saw it. You can kind of read them a little bit. They seem to react to it, but they're not moving.
Okay, I'm going to sprint out there and I'm going to grab the ballista bolt and I'm going to try to bamf and take it with me.
Fuck it. All right. You run over there.
Don't move.
Just doesn't look like I have the option. Castiel.
As you're running in, roll me a perception.
13.
Cool. You see the two guards look towards you. That's kind of it for that moment.
I am still like masked and hooded and everything.
Right, but as you also explained, Castiel has never really changed his appearance.
Oh, yeah.
So you're kind of a very known individual, especially at this moment. One of the guards opens the door and begins to run out. Or run through the door leading into the castle. The other one takes a guarding stance.
So
it is your turn.
As that
What
happens,
are you doing with this?
I want to bamf. So when I grab the ballista bolt,
Uh-huh.
I want to bamf towards the guard who went through that door.
Right.
And I want to run it through him, depending on how far away he is.
Okay. Is the BAMF a bonus action?
It is.
Okay, cool. That works. All right. You run up to the spear. You grab hold of it, envelop yourself in shadows. You feel the spear start to envelop as well. And then you are in front of this one that just appeared or just opened the door and is beginning to run through. Roll me an attack with a spear.
So he can murder these people, but Amicus definitely shouldn't.
The pretty ones are here on purpose.
Hey, man, if you want to gatekeep the murder, that's cool.
Gonna burn a psionic dice to boost this 14 because it's 15 minus 1.
Okay. Not it.
15.
Cool. You bamf in front of this individual. You go to stab. A very well-trained hidden dagger is able to dodge out of the way as you kind of miss and lose your footing. It's the hidden dagger's turns. That one opened the door, started running. That's his turn. The other one sees that you kind of teleported in. He wants to go through the door, reach in, grab you, and try and throw you out. So make me a contested athletics check, please. I guess you can use acrobatics if you want.
It's only an 18.
Okay, cool. He grabs you and throws you out, and the door shuts behind him. That's all he can do with this turn, though. And he stands in front with this long scimitar, and it moves on to...
Could I have tried to like jam the spear in the doorway as he's throwing me out?
Roll me an initiative roll. And if you beat a 15, I'll say your reflexes were fast enough.
No, 12.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Not
wait,
quite.
initiative roll?
Yep.
12 plus 9 is 21.
Yeah, cool. So you have just enough time to stab that thing into like a nice solid
Like between
spot.
two cobblestones is what I was thinking.
You kind of stab it in as he's grabbing you, and he almost isn't able to reach, and then he pulls back, and like there's this otherworldly strength as he kind of throws you out.
Right.
And you kind of hit the ground about 10 feet away. But the door stays knocked, kind of unable to be closed. Next, the other hidden daggers. None of them stab themselves or each other. You see them starting to rub their eyes, and it looks like the blindness is starting to wear off. Cyonica is going to run up to one of the ballistas, and she's going to aim down into the mass of hidden daggers that are trying to fight shadows, and she's going to just let loose. She fires into the ground. It stabs right into the middle of the fight. It doesn't seem to do enough damage, or it just missed for all intents and purpose everybody in the pile. And that's her turn. Kicks, it is your turn.
Kicks is gonna aim. Well, for one, I want to do quickened healing, which is I can spend 2 key points to roll a martial arts die and regain a number of hit points equal to the number.
Go ahead.
5 plus 2 is a 7.
7? Okay. 7 points of healing. Was that a bonus action to do that?
No, just as a action.
Okay, cool. So anything else you want to do?
If I can just tell Cyonica, because like I think, like, do I notice that the blindness is wearing off a little bit?
Yeah.
Yep. I look at Cyonica, who's shooting down. I was like, can we do that again?
She's like, I don't know.
Is there a trigger to it?
We'll see. We'll see in a second, I guess. All right, and it moves on to Echo.
Echo. Okay, so just to clarify, if Echo wanted to pretend like there wasn't a hole in their leg and get up and just do some fucking damage,
Right.
like I'm not crippled. I can.
As long as it's not something you're trying to concentrate on, you can fling a spell.
Yeah, we're gonna move on that. We're gonna take care of that in a second. You said there's one guard still at the door though, right?
Yes, and he's got a fucking scimitar ready.
Cool.
He's
It's
got a
everyone's
scimitar ready.
favorite. It's Guiding Bolt
Cool.
because I can't get up right now.
Let it ride.
That is a 24.
Hits.
What is your spell plus?
6.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Echo.
Oh my god.
What's your plus to hit with a weapon?
6.
All right, it's the same thing.
10. That's 13 points of radiant damage.
13 points of radiant damage. All right,
I
cool,
believe.
cool.
Yeah. And on the next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn, the next attack has advantage on them.
Awesome.
They're also glowing now.
How much was that?
13.
Nice.
But yeah, they have a little dim light on them now.
Cool. Next, Amicus.
Yeah,
You're hanging 15
It went
feet
a
up a
lot
wall.
better in my head.
okay. I'm just gonna get off the wall and attack the guy.
Cool. You hop off, come back around the side of the building. You see him. He's got a scimitar. He looks ready to fuck some shit up. He is glowing.
You have advantage.
I have advantage. Has he done anything yet?
Yes.
I have double advantage.
He has done something yet, is what I'm telling you.
16.
16 hits.
Cool. And then I'm gonna roll well, that's 12 on the first hit.
Cool.
That's a 22. I take it that hits on
Yes.
the second hit. And then that's another 9.
Next, it moves on to Cass.
I stand up.
Okay.
I figured I
call.
got through to the ground.
Good call, yeah. You're 10 feet away from him. What you doing?
What'd you hit him with?
My bow.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna pull out both of my scimitars.
Okay.
You know, that thing I didn't do with Miss Buns.
Yeah.
And I'm just going in for a full lunge. Attack.
Hell yeah. Roll for
Buzz
full large
buzz.
attack.
First one's a nat 20.
Awesome.
Second one is a nat 20.
No, it fucking isn't.
No fucking
Yes,
shit.
it was. They were both nat 20s.
Hell yeah. That's what? 4? That's what?
So max damage would be 10 per swing. So starting with 20
20 and then roll 2d6.
plus another 6.
So 26 damage. Yeah, he looks righteously fucked up.
So I want can I want to describe it a little bit?
Yes.
Cool. So
You don't have to ask me permission to describe an attack.
So as I get like thrown to the ground, I'll roll over, draw both my scimitars, and I'll roll forward and get to like into a leaping position, and I'll just like fly forward with just like an X slash.
Nice. You put an X across his chest and it starts pouring blood. These were deep cuts. Your blades are definitely sharp. Cool. Next. It's the Hidden Dagger's turns. This one's going to try and make a swing on you with his scimitar. Is a 16 going to hit?
Yes.
Cool. 9 points of damage as he slashes into you, and he makes his second attack. Is a 14 going to hit?
No.
All right. You narrowly dodge as your scimitars clang with the sounds of battle ringing through this entire fucking city. Next, we move on to the other hidden daggers. They run up the stairs. They get about halfway up. It looks like they're definitely coming. They can see you. They're on the way. They can't get to you yet. Cyonica and Kicks, it's your turn.
So I am seeing them run up. I basically want to shoot at them if I can turn my ballista around
Okay,
and shish kebab them.
cool. Go ahead and roll.
15.
15 hits. Roll me damage. Roll me 2d10 plus your damage. 2d10 plus your dex.
I did want to correct myself. Take 2 points off of that 26. Because when I make a successful first attack, my second attack is a psionic blade attack. So it becomes a D4 damage instead of a D6.
Okay.
What's a 0 on a D10?
That's 10.
Oh, stupid.
No, you just don't know.
20.
20? Plus your dex? Okay, cool. You shoot the ballista down and it stabs into two of the dudes, killing both of them almost instantly. As the other three kind of sit there in shock. Cyonica is going to kind of do the same thing. She misses. You can see her body is kind of shaking and she can't really control it. Her light is kind of glowing really large and then kind of dimming back and she's kind of pulsing. It's really confusing and a lot going on for her right now. Echo.
I really love that Kicks is both accidentally and on purpose really good with the fucking ballista.
Yep.
I love that for everyone.
Is that Maddie talking or Echo talking?
You know, at this point, I think it's both. I think Echo would be a little impressed that it doesn't matter. So I cannot heal and stand up because getting up fully is an action.
No, 15 feet of your movement. Half your movement speed is to get up.
Cool. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of if Echo can walk without having to like heal the leg.
You can try and walk. You'll move at half speed.
Oh.
You cannot run.
I cannot run. That's fair. Yeah, Echo's gonna just start digging through the fucking bag of holding for a goddamn health potion at this point.
Cool. Do y'all have one in there?
We have 4.
Cool. Sounds good. Do you know what level it is?
You said they were just regular health pots.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2d4 plus 2.
So 2d10 plus, or 2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Sweet. So then that is 6 points of healing.
Cool. As you drink it, the tendons in your legs start to kind of tie themselves back together and the wound closes. It's still very tender, very much a fucking hole in your leg, but you can definitely move with it now.
Cool. Perfect. But I cannot cast a spell now.
No. Unless you did you drink that? You rolled, right?
Yeah, I
so
rolled.
you drank that as a bonus action. So you have an action still.
Cool.
Yeah, because if you use an action, you get the full benefit.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get the hang of
Yeah, I forgot.
that.
We don't use them that often.
We don't. And the other guy's still alive, yeah?
Yeah, that one guy right there is
can
still
he go
alive.
ahead and make a dex save? Because Echo's just going to Sacred Flame him.
19 plus.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah. Cool. As the light kind of ignites on him and it's just that golden flame and he's like, and he blows it out.
Aw. Look, there's a hole in their leg, okay?
Amicus. What are you going to do, bud?
I'm just gonna fire my bow 2 more times at the big guy.
Cool. Let it rip.
15?
Doesn't hit.
Oh, that's worse.
Okay, cool. 2 arrows fly by as they start going towards him. He brings the scimitar up and clangs with both of them and looks at all of you and goes, "You're not going to beat me." Castiel, it's your turn.
Yeah, after how good those last 2 blows felt, I'm gonna swing my scimitars again.
Haven't had a blow feel bad yet.
21.
21 hits.
That's 8 points of damage. And then he'll use this psionic blade, which is a 15.
Does not hit. He looks rough. Moves on to the hidden daggers. He is now going to attack Castiel again. First attack, 17.
Yeah, that hits.
9 points of damage. Nat 20.
Amicus is pissed.
How much health you got right now?
I mean, it's not like you getting shot with a ballista was part of the plan.
How much health you got right now?
18.
Not great. 14 points of damage come slashing through you.
Cool.
And he kind of licks his blade with the blood fresh on it. "You're going to die here, and I'm going to get me a big fat raise." The other 3 hidden daggers run up. Now they're going to start fighting you guys again. First one on you. 14 not going to hit. 13 not going to hit. 21 going to hit.
Yes.
4 points of damage. And then one's going to go for Cyonica. It's going to hit. 10 points of damage. Got it. Cyonica, is starting to look kind of hurt. Just from those couple of attacks that have made it through, and her light kind of being hit or miss right now. It looks like she's just being drained a lot on top of being attacked. Now it is your turn in Cyonicus, and you see that she's breathing heavily as you have these 3 hidden daggers in front of you.
So with her light, from at least what I can see, it has more to do with her health or her emotion at the time.
It's emotion, and right now she's very panicked and hurting. So she's been attacked twice, so she's kind of thrown off a little bit.
I step back towards Cyonica, and I look down at her, and I'm like, so I need that blinding light right now. I know you don't understand what you're doing, but we need to figure it the fuck out.
Roll me persuasion.
Fuck, 11.
She's in the woods. She's in the weeds right now. She's panicking. Her hands are kind of shaking. You can feel the light kind of shine here and there, but she seems unstable. I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And she lashes out with a sword to attack one of the guys and misses. What do you do? That was just talking. You can do something else if you want.
I'm gonna throw a dagger.
Okay.
Towards him. Try to hit him in the gut.
Hell yeah, do for it.
20.
20 hits. Roll me damage.
A 9.
Nice. You release one of the daggers and it connects with one of the other individuals and hits them in the gut, and they begin to start pouring blood as they fall over to the side. And now there's only 2 remaining. Echo.
Yeah, Echo's gonna half fucking limp, I guess. I don't want an opportunity of attack. I would very much like to just get to Castiel.
You can do that.
That is what I would like to do. I would like to try to get to Castiel without getting hit.
Are you just like using your staff as like a crutch?
You can definitely get to Castiel. He's engaged with that guy right now, and you can get 30 feet up to him, no problem.
Yeah, I would like to just get up to Castiel.
Yeah, you do that.
It's cure wounds. We're just
Okay, yeah.
lay on hands, just fixing some shit. At 2nd level, you're welcome. So that's going to be 2d8 plus my spell casting modifier.
2d8 plus the spell casting modifier. Oh my god, that's wisdom.
Yeah. That is 7 plus 4. That's 11.
11 points of health.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It moves on to Amicus.
I'm moving closer. I want to point blank shoot an arrow in this guy's head.
So in D&D, when you try and shoot something from point blank, it's at disadvantage.
10 feet away?
That works.
Cool. Nat 20?
Nice.
Did you roll with advantage?
No, I just rolled one.
Okay, I look like
I'm
you
holding
rolled
the other
10.
one because I was going to make a second attack.
Cool. Yeah, that hits.
So that's 10 plus 6. That's 16 on the first one.
All right, tell me what happens.
Amicus is mad. Amicus not amicable right now.
Right.
He pulls out his bow. He pulls an arrow, and when he does, you see that shimmering blue off the tip of it. And when he pulls it back, you can see that blue energy move down the shaft of the arrow and into the string itself.
Yeah.
And then when he lets go of it, it's almost like this blue mist wisps around at the arrow, and it goes just behind the ear and comes out just beside the eye. And from the front, I bet he looked goofy when he dies.
The eyeball's just hanging on the arrow tip.
Hell yeah.
And he falls down.
Just like the Neversoft logo.
Yep. And I walk over.
Throwback.
I walk over to Castiel, because I take it we're kind of done with combat.
There's a whole war still going on, and 2 other individuals definitely engaged in it over at the door. But yeah, go ahead. What do you do?
I go over to Castiel. Does he still look pretty rough?
That's an answer for you, bud.
I'm a little less than half.
Shoves 10 berries in his mouth.
You bet. Good berries. Fucking love
No,
good.
that's an action. I've already attacked.
Okay.
Do I see what's going on with Cyonica and Kicks?
You see Cyonica's light flickering over there. You can definitely see her. You see this mass of shadows flying around and whirling like a massive destructive whirlwind, and you see these hidden daggers that have pushed their way in. You see flashes of blue here and there from the tribesmen. But that's it right now.
My second attack, I take aim at some of the ones that Cyonica is engaged with.
That's really far shot. It wasn't a problem for the ballistas because they're made to shoot like 600 feet. You can take a shot at disadvantage.
I'm going to roll, and then I'm going to say something cool if I hit.
Good idea.
Not looking good. That's an 8.
8 does not hit.
Fuck this. Get in the tower. Let's go. What are we doing?
Are we still in turns or?
Kind of, yeah. Now it's you three go at the top of initiative. So what are we doing here? What are we doing with these three?
When you pump me, I catch my breath, and I look up to it, and I see Cyonica and Kicks up there.
Yeah.
I see the light flickering. I'm gonna drop my psionic connection to these two. And since I can see her, I'm going to reconnect to just her.
Is there a range distance?
There is not. As long as I can see them.
Okay.
Within 1 mile.
Awesome. Yeah, that definitely works.
As I make the connection, I'll say, Sai, what's going on? It looks like your power is flickering.
Yeah, I'm just I'm still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. We're doing fine. I'm not doing that bad. I mean, it looks like we're doing well over here.
Stop second guessing yourself. This is not the time for that. I don't even know why I'm having this conversation with you. You've always picked me up, but whatever is in your head, get it out. You've got to fight for everything that we're doing here, for Simon, for you, for Mom, for Dad, for us.
Roll persuasion with advantage. I need you to beat a 16.
16 on the dot.
Okay, cool. I'm now going to roll a couple of dice to figure out how the hidden daggers are doing against the massive shadow army. Okay? Every time I roll over 10, it's a point towards the shadows. Every time I roll under 10, it's a point towards the hidden daggers. Once whoever gets to 3 first, let's say 5. Once whoever gets to 5 first, that's whoever's got the upper hand right now. That's whoever's winning. I'm going to roll with advantage for the first 2 for Cyonica's side because she did the blinding attack. Okay. The first one's a fail. Second one is a pass. Third one is a fail. Fourth one is a fail. Fifth one is a fail. Sixth one is a pass. Seventh one is a pass. Oh, I'm scared, guys. Eighth one is a pass.
Oh my God.
We are down to one last roll, ladies and gentlemen. Does anyone else want to roll it? All right, Echo. Pull it the fuck
The
together.
fact that y'all just let Echo do this is
Roll
not-
over a 10 and you guys are winning.
You now control a balanced scale of which way will it tip.
That's a 10.
Okay, cool. So, as this fight has been going on, the tribesmen have been making massive moves to attack the shadows. During the blinding period, arrows rained upon the hidden daggers and eliminated a good chunk of them. The shadows coming in and sweeping through and annihilating another amount as well. It's getting to the point to where there's so little hidden daggers around that the shadows are starting to get hungry and turn back towards the tribesmen and Cyonica and Kicks. In this moment, Castiel makes a connection with Cyonica and tries to convince her she needs to get her shit pushed to the side and focus in. Something he says clicks in her head as she snaps back into that confident fighting individual that she's always been, and the light erupts and it pushes all of the shadows away. Some of them it just immediately eliminates, and they're all pushed maybe 5-6 miles out. And now the castle is completely empty of shadows. The bubble around the castle is preventing them from coming back in, and there's just a handful of hidden daggers left in the courtyard.
I reach over to Castiel.
I can't believe that's how that rolled.
On the 10 too.
I put a hand on him, and I cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level.
Cool.
Everybody can do healing magic.
It's
Yeah, Castiel, do your healing magic.
Even Arania can do healing magic, I think.
I used my only pot on Cyonica when she went unconscious. Thanks, guys. How's your leg?
Awful.
That's another 14. And as I put my hand on him, I say, I believe it's time to head into the tower. Does it look like Cyonica's making her way to the tower as well?
Cyonica's light fades, and she passes out.
I got her, don't worry.
Okay. It's time. I lift a hand in the air.
And you hear from the other side.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
You hear from the other side around about 100 other individuals going,
We're storming this castle. Hey, it's Tyler, sayer of words and doer of none of them. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode of Legends in Training. We hope you had a great holiday season, and we're looking forward to seeing what you do this year. That's right, we're watching. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at AreWeLegend to keep up with new episode releases and everything we have going on. We've got some big plans for 2024, and you will not want to miss out. Are you liking how this arc is wrapping up? If you're listening on Spotify, there's a Q&A section just below the episode that you can use to tell us these things, actually. And the best part is, we'll publish your feedback and people will be able to see your comments for eternity. So be nice. Be sure to also rate, share, and comment on the episode wherever you happen to be listening. This helps push us in algorithms and keeps traction up for the show. And also be sure to tune in on January 26th, where we jump back over to see what Sandira and Orania are up to. They believe Castiel is dead and have finally found their way to the plane where the unicorns are being kept hostage. You will not want to miss it. Until next time, we are Legends in Training.